We have a question from Anshit. He says, I've always been fascinated by the conjugate system and what Louis Simmons has to say about it. What's your take on it? Is it a good overall well-being program? Well, okay, so what does conjugate training mean? There's a nice Netflix documentary called West Side versus the World. You might want to watch that for those who don't know what it is. But basically, the concept of a conjugate system is you break the week out into certain focuses. There's going to be a dynamic day, which I still think is probably the best thing they did. Which, let me just summarize as easy as I can. 8 sets of 3, real fast, 90-second rest. Then you'd have another day, a max effort day, and then you're changing the max effort day lifts about every 3 weeks, or even more, I was told by one person. You do a lot of training with bands and chains, different depths, for example, the bench press, you could bench press here, you could bench press with a 1-inch pad, 2-inch pad, 3-inch pad, a bounce pad. They're all bench press, but slight, subtle differences. So you're constantly throwing new adaptations at the body. Is it better than the traditional training programs? Well, no, it doesn't. If you were to say on the platform, I know Westside has lots and lots and lots of world records, but I don't even want to get into the powerlifting stuff because I think there's like 20, 21 federations. They always argue with each other about squat depth, how much gear you can put on, and how much gear you can put in. So I don't want to get involved in whether one's better than the other. I've been around some throwers who have attempted to do it, and basically they get in that old situation where they become lifters who throw, not throwers who lift. They spend way too much time thinking and training in the weight room, but by the way, that works until it doesn't. I think it's a phenomenal program, well worth your time and study. Having said all that, is it better than traditional training? Is it better than Marty Gallagher's training? Is it better than what the Bulgarians and the Chinese are doing, which is just the basic lifts? Chinese are a bad example. The Bulgarians, the Greeks, the Turks, I don't know. But it's always important to study that work because you're going to get some ideas out of it. I hope that helped.